welcome to Apotheosis. This week, more shenanigans. Before we go around and say hello to everyone, please check out all the opening links. And perhaps we should highlight that first one with the Streamlabs merch, you might find a certain thing in there that might have something to do with a joke made in Discord. I managed to get it on a shirt for 20 bucks, so if you want it, go grab it. Also, we've got Discord and all the other things in there, where you can come and interact with us in the community and contact us and all that sort of business. And we also have sponsorship information. Please check out Bird and the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press, so they make this all possible, and we are very grateful to them. I should also turn down the music a little bit, I guess, because otherwise we're not going to be able to hear you guys. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Why do we go anti-clockwise and end on Mackenzie, who can begin the show? So, Zelda, oh hi!
Hi, I'm Zelda. I wasn't prepared to go first, but hey, I'm Seth. I'm Seth. What is there to say? What is there to say? I'm Seth. I play Seth. He's a Minotaur. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next around the screen, we welcome Joshua Bobo. Oh, hi!
Hi. I play Sass, also a Minotaur. What's there to say? He has fantastic hair. I tried to replicate his fantastic hair. I failed horribly, but the attempt was made. And he's really good at punching things with his glowing fists. He's not a knockoff of Iron Man. Shut up. Sorry, Iron Fist. Iron Man is a totally different superhero. I know my superheroes.
I think your hair looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Next around, we will...
Well.
Oh, why, thank you. Next around, we have Raven.
Hi, I'm Raven. I'm playing Bubbles, peak tiefling that is a crybaby. And yeah, what's up?
Sup?
Sup? Sup?
Zap. Horns.
Oh boy. Mackenzie. Oh hi, we're your party.
Oh hi, it's fine. I accept it. I mean, I may or may not have started out when I said hi, I'm your DM, I enable chaos. This is what I asked for. I deserve this. Anyways, hi, I'm Mackenzie Lane on Twitter. You can call me Mac. I will be your dungeon master for the evening. And oh boy, I am excited. I am also never allowed to make a joke in the Discord again, because apparently people will turn it into a shirt. I don't know if it's up in the merch store yet. It's kind of like, we'll figure it out, but it'll be there soon. You can get a joke t-shirt for the show. It's wonderful. Also, speaking of the Discord, before I forget, we all have character playlists. And if you are watching live, you can vote on which character you want to hear the playlist. We're going to do one a week. So for the first week, the 4 options are going to be our main cast, because they are lovely and they all have wonderful, interesting playlists, and I love them all. And I totally use them to source some of the get inspiration for some of the background music. And then as their playlists are released, I also will be adding some fun NPC playlists, because I got the bug of making playlists, and so I have a bunch now. It's going to be super exciting. Scrat, you didn't say who you were playing, so go over there.
Desperately trying to remember in my ill state last week what accent I gave Skooker.
It was Belfast, Ireland.
Clanahan! Yes, he's Irish. Got it. Yep. I play Skooker. Skooker is a rather dashing, actually. He's rather dashing hobgoblin. It's not common for the hobgoblins to be dashing, but there's just something about him. He's a punk too, though. He's covered in scars all over his face, all over... not scars, covered in the other things. The metal things,
Piercings?
That's the one, thank you. The piercings, yeah. Well, it's kind of like scars, I guess, isn't it? If you take piercing damage, you're gonna scar. And I guess I have. So I'm covered in piercings. And all over my face and eyebrows and all of that sort of business. I do different train tracks and things on different days and rearrange them. And sometimes I put some fridge magnets on there just to spice things. But mostly safety pins. I'm a bit of a punk with purple spiked hair and a studded leather jacket. And if we're still wearing the same attire as last week, I'm still wearing my pink combat trousers, which I'm quite proud of.
They are beautiful. Cool. Does anyone want to do a little recap of what happened last week before we jump in? I may award you with, like, a reroll.
Chaos ensued.
I punched a giant wolf that wasn't really there in the face.
We drove away
Helpful.
in haste.
We found a secret room by knocking over a bookshelf.
Sass is attracted to our professor.
True.
Yeah, he may have hit on the professor once or twice. Let's see. We learned the world tree is burning.
Breaking.
Splitting? Splintering?
The World Tree
Yeah,
Burning is another show.
that's another show.
The universe is falling apart. It's at the seams. That's a thing.
And
A lot of books.
Big snake.
Yeah.
Snake eating itself.
Sat on my girlfriend's lap in the car, thanks to Susira. He damaged the car, but I'll
Welcome.
take it. And also gave her a ring. Not like a engagement ring or anything like that, but just a little ring that, you know, people in my family believe protects people.
If you like it,
Indeed.
then you should have put a ring on it.
I guess he liked it.
Copyright strike. You can't do that, Zelda.
Yeah, we don't have the
Wait.
budget for that. Soon,
I think it's 8 lines, 8 words.
I think soon we'll be hearing the ring of wedding bells, right? Am I right? No?
Oh God, no! We can't bring this up. Okay. Also, I think most importantly, someone got a message from their patron.
Yeah. Bubbles sobbed for a really long time and got a message from her patron saying, hey, come meet us at Maury's Laundromat.
Maury's Laundromat.
Maury.
And I believe that is where we are going to drop back in with Skuka comforting Bubbles as the sun starts to set outside the grounds. So let me switch up the music and we shall jump right in back to Old Hyperion. Oh, the goodness of crap.
And I have started the poll for the song. You can vote by typing vote and the ID, and the poll options are there as well. They're also on a rotating command, so if you see them, you know what it's about.
So,
This music. I'm feeling it.
you can
Yeah.
thank Hans for this one.
Thank you, Hans, for featuring.
So we can back to our lovely mess with Bubbles and Skuka outside the grounds as Bubbles is just finishing her crying, and Susira and Seth are finishing packing the leftovers of their enormous coffee shop order into bags of hot things and clothing. Bags of clothing and bags of hot stuff.
It should be bags of warming, right?
I don't know.
1 for the bag, 2 for me. 1 for the bag, 2 for me.
If I remember right, I ordered 2/3 of the food. I mean, you're welcome to eat.
You're right, of course. I was just talking about my share. 1 of my share, 2 of my share for me. You know.
I mean, you did cover it, so fair.
If you look outside the window, the sun is probably about to set. Not super low in the sky yet, but enough so that like the little gas lamp posts are starting to cast really long shadows. The sky started turning that pinkish orange. I'm assuming Sisira and Seth are going to go out and meet Bubbles and Skuka at some point.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's go. I guess let's pan back over to the couple outside. After Bubbles finished crying. Is there anything you wanted to do or say before the other two show up?
Skuka just kind of looks awkward. He's never really had any experience with crying girls. At least not having to deal with them. He usually, just leaves them crying. This is a whole new experience.
Bubbles is like recomposing herself. She has stopped crying. She's like, do we want to go to the laundromat now? Or should we call, I think it was Coraline. I think that's who the professor told us that we had to call.
As far as I'm concerned, it's up to you. I mean,
This is so heavy.
I mean,
So heavy, right?
it's super heavy, but if you need to go and see the crow person, then we can go and do that first by all means.
Okay. Let's see what the boys think. Yeah. See what they want.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little sleepy now that I've had a cry. The coffee will kick in soon, I'm sure. This is like my 5th one today, so I mean, maybe not.
A hug?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yes, please.
Oh, look, they're hugging. That means that they've made up whatever was making her cry. She's probably okay about now. We can introduce ourselves, I say to my brother.
Outside.
Are we like waiting at the window of the coffee shop for
We
them to like?
were just waiting for them to finish,
You're just
before
like,
we-
Outside
Yeah.
does it. Do you want to kiss?
What?
Hey guys, hey.
Oh, hey, Cicera, Cepheus, nice to see you.
It's good to see you too. Everything good?
Yes. I think we have to go to this laundromat. Maury's laundromat. Meet my patron.
Yeah, that crow was weird.
It's terrifying. I mean, why choose something so creepy? Could have picked bunnies. Could have picked snakes. Snakes are cute. Crows have little beaks. Peck your eye out.
Maybe they're supposed to be creepy.
in the distance, a crow caws.
Just points
We
at
should
it.
get going.
All right, Bubbles, you're right.
Okay, I hear you. Let's get going. Does anybody know
Alright.
where Maury's laundromat is?
The
Well-
address on the thing.
Well,
Okay,
like,
we can have the address then. We can get there.
yeah. I'm just guessing maybe somebody does their laundry there.
I
Actually,
mean, my clothes are like blankets, so I might need a front end loader.
Yeah, Seth and I both do our laundry. Yeah.
Scrat, you were gonna say something?
no, I'm good.
Okay. Actually, what is Cicera and Scrat? Roll me a history.
Sorry. I'll just open my character sheet then.
Yes, you should.
I know everything.
The duality.
Damn, you know this laundromat.
All right.
Zelda rolling for Cicera today?
Oh, right. I am rolling for. Okay, sorry, forgot that was a thing. I have his character sheet open and everything. Vic Dean.
Yeah. Both of you. Well, I mean, Steph, you probably do laundry at the dorms because the dorms have their own laundromat. But Cicera and Cicera and Skuka. I don't know where Skuka does his laundry, but Cicera probably does it at Maury's. And you actually, with the nat 20, you'll remember, like, that's a pretty familiar sign. You pass it on the way to school, like, almost every day. It's not exactly a very noticeable building. It's pretty, like, beat up and battered at the corners, but you do know it's across from, like, a diner you frequent. It's not, like, the greatest part of town. It's sort of on the edge, like, where the college ends and, like, run down dilapidated suburbs begin.
That's
But
kind of why when you asked her, did I want to say anything, it's because Skuka did remember the laundromat and he remembered the diner, but all the time he's around Bubbles, he's not going to say why he remembers the diner.
Ah. Yeah, let's go to the laundromat. And if we're hungry, I mean, there's a good diner nearby. I mean, I know we got all this food still in the bag of holding, but that's only gonna last us an hour.
Sure.
Do you see my hand just like reach into the bag and continuously just like eating?
So
I could drive if you're still feeling squeamish, Skuka.
I mean, I wasn't feeling squeamish in the first place, but I can certainly drive. I don't mind. You know, we all know I can drive. You know, I'm a great driver.
Of course, of course. Yes, I wouldn't say anything terrible about your driving. Never.
I would. It's not great.
well, your
But
car's
okay.
pretty close by. It has been since turned off though, so you are going to have to roll me another DC 15 sleight of hand to start this bad boy up again.
You
you
might
file.
also have to do the thing again.
Okay. I touched my friend and I make him really small. And I cast
Well-
reduce.
First time. There you go.
Hi.
We're back to this, I guess.
And
Bubbles is gonna grab Seth by the hand, by his little toddler hand, and like just start kind of walking with him to the car.
Thank God.
Sarah would think this is weird, except this is the only time when he's, actually the big brother. So he shrugs his shoulders. If nobody objects, I'm gonna get into the front passenger seat so I can hang my horns out the window.
Yeah, I'll get into the back seat with Seth.
And the car's miracle of all miracles starts the first try.
Yay.
What's the check for a land vehicle without any proficiency or anything?
I mean, you're not driving in a rush. So you don't have to really I'd say if you're navigating, you're trying to get to the laundromat, I just say wisdom or intelligence stands proficiency.
I run a red light straight off the bat.
Yep.
Forget which pedal is the gas.
It's not like a crossing. It's just like it's not a crossroads. It's just like a pedestrian crossing or something. I just
Definitely stalled it at least once at a red light.
There is a tree overgrowing half of a stop sign, and you just don't miss it, and you narrowly almost hit the biker, but you don't, so it's fine. Yeah.
There we go. Get on the way now.
And you also there's one point where you get into a right turn only lane, but you don't realize it's a right turn only lane. And so you're speeding down and it's green, and then you realize it's right turn, and then you brake real hard and spin, and then you screech across the corner, and it is the wrong turn anyways. And then you have to double back because the streets just don't make sense. It takes you a really long time to get to the laundromat, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I've got no problem going the wrong way down a road.
Skuka, you know that this is the... You know what? Never mind.
This is the best it's ever gone. I'm so proud of you, honey. Ugh. We're not dead.
And nobody else is either.
And it's really
Small victims.
just comes naturally. Just comes naturally, really.
Oh, I believe that you haven't had any training whatsoever.
So
No.
talented.
No, I haven't.
This is all natural. I believe that, yes.
And you are able to, after probably 15 minutes more than it should have been, you are able to pull into the parking lot of the laundromat. It is a white brick. It's a brick building that's just white with red, this garish red kind of painted on the edge and really ugly molding. The sign itself does not actually a sign. It is just haphazardly painted on black letters that say Maury's Laundromat. Some of it is chipping. The T on the end is kind of like half faded. There are like windows, and you can see the fluorescent lights flickering on the inside. And if anyone's trying to peer in and get a better look through like the glass in front windows, you can make me a perception check. If not, then you can just walk.
I just walk in.
Yeah, Bubbles is going to be like in the very, very back, and she is not going fast.
Okay.
Am I still smaller? Are you canceling that spell? Because the last about an hour. How long did it take us to get to the laundromat? It's
It was
fine.
15 minutes, I think.
I'll cancel it. I'll end it.
It's now rapid growth.
Yeah, every step you take towards the entrance of the laundromat, you grow like an extra 6 inches.
That'd be a weird feeling to hold a tiny toddler-esque hand and then suddenly have it be a very, very large hand.
You get through the door just in time before you have to duck.
Beautiful. Perfect timing. Let's go.
Right. You go inside, and it is almost completely empty, save for one person. This medium height half elf, tan, freckly skin, long red hair that's kind of pulled into like a really messy top knot of like a green flannel, a ribbed band t-shirt, like black jeans, combat boots.
How old is this half elf?
Half elf looks to be about college age, actually.
Is this person a regular at this laundromat that Skuka and I also go to?
Sierra needs to roll me a history.
Welcome,
Alright.
Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid and welcome in. We're, just high schoolers going to a laundromat. The world's not ending. This is fine.
High schoolers.
Well, college students.
College students. Okay.
What's my age again?
Check. All right, what's my history check?
Zelda, you need to roll me a history check for Sierra. That was
Why did I
Bubble.
roll as bubble? I put it on myself. It was a 1. I'm so sorry.
Look, because it was for the wrong character, I'll let it slide. Roll for Sierra.
A 5, not much better.
You know what? It's system is a little my chaos DM it's a little better than a 1.
Listen,
But,
I can fix this internet connection. I can't fix the rolls.
You can't recall. Maybe just because you try not to make eye contact when you're doing your underwear in a laundromat. You just don't want to make eye contact with people. So you might have seen them before. The combat boots, maybe, but you're not entirely sure. But they're off in the corner doing their laundry. Other than that, it's like dead silent. The fluorescent lights sort of flicker over like these walls upon walls of washers and dryers that don't look like they've seen the greatest of days, but they'll do in a pinch.
These books that we collected, they all had identifying markers on the outside that matched, correct?
Yes, they did.
I start looking for similar identifying markers.
If you're gonna do that, if you want to do that, roll me an investigation.
Can I look around for anything that looks particularly familiar to me? Oh,
Yeah,
well,
you can. Do you want to? That's a nat 20.
I mean,
Maybe I can fix this rolls.
hold on. I got a 21.
Okay, cool. You can look around. There aren't any markers that look like the things on the books. But you, Cicero, you'll remember that the books are, the books are from the professor, and it doesn't seem like the professor would also be Bubbles' patron. So, there are
You never know.
again, you never know, but you can sort of make that assumption. Maybe they're different symbols. You do notice a kind of in chipped paint behind a couple of the laundromats. There is like patterns of crows, like really chipped murals of like crows flying over the countryside. It looks like the mural hasn't been kept.
Behind some of the washing machines?
Like the washing machines have been stacked. on top of like they've been stacked on this wall, but if you kind of peer behind the washing machine, kind of like in like between the cracks, you can see a mural of like crows flying over like a greenish countryside. It like again the mural is like faded and chipped and sun bleached in areas. It doesn't look great. You can also see on the front what would constitute as the front desk. There's like another little silver crow figurine, as well as a like a couple of other knickknacks. There's like a not like a troll doll, but if a troll doll was like horse, it's like a little plastic horse with like hair that is just wild. There is a
My Little Pony doll.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of like crow paraphernalia. There's also a fair amount of like horse paraphernalia, but like it's all like knickknacks and trinkets, and like, the owner of them does not seem to be around. Again, this room is completely empty, save for this person in the corner doing laundry. Oh, on a nat 20, I'm gonna whisper you something.
Okay.
Just
Hey.
check your Discord messages.
I'm not on the roll 20.
No, I'm gonna be in Zoom, so you should be able to.
Got it.
So- Have you been
Go-
here
go
before, Zusra?
Yeah, I do my laundry here. Well, once every 2 weeks. I definitely not once a month. I don't procrastinate that much. What are you talking about? Remembering the bookshelf fiasco. I try to knock over the washing machines. And by knock over, I mean gently push aside the washing machines that are covering Raven markings.
You can certainly do that. Once you try and move it, the stranger goes, what are you doing? What are you doing? You probably shouldn't move that. The pipe and it'll mess it up.
Well, what are you doing with Skooka's pants in your laundry basket?
She kind of gives you a really weird look. Skooka's not here for this. It's fine. Bubbles and Cepheus make me perception checks.
Okay.
Very solid. A 12.
12?
I got a 13.
13, okay. I will say that as Cepheus, you don't notice as Bubbles, you do. You see what Sierra noticed on a nat 20. In the laundry basket that the individual is loading into one of the washers, there is a flash of pink that looks almost exactly like Scooka's pants.
So I deflect with that.
Why are your pants in her laundry? Skooka?
Huh?
This person is obviously a thief, as I've just implied.
Scooka is still wearing his pants, by the way.
I don't know how many pairs he has.
He's a cartoon character. You go into his closet and there's like 8 different pairs of big sacks.
Roll me a retroactive perception check. You might have missed something.
Right.
Oh yeah, you definitely noticed. In the stranger's laundry basket, as she's loading things in, you see something. You see like a flash of pink that almost exactly matches the color of your trousers. Like exact material, exact coloring.
Do I recognize this person?
You do not.
I don't think they're mine.
Okay. I believe you. Why do you have his pants? Who are you?
Bubbles, roll me a history. Or Arcana.
They're both the same and they're both amazing. I think that's a 17. It is a 17.
17. When she looks at you, she doesn't look like what you remember, but her eyes are still the same. They are gold with flecks of green. They look almost exactly like the hag's eyes. way back when you made your pact. Not
Okay.
way back, a year ago. When you made it.
Yeah.
So far back,
Nuts.
you can't even remember.
All right, stand down, boys.
Skuka, I told you we should have switched those locks.
Yeah, it's probably my fault for just being so lax with the laundry. And actually, I think Skooker will probably take his jacket off, take his t-shirt off, put his jacket back on, put his t-shirt in an empty washer, and then probably take off his pants as well and chuck his pants in the washer and just sit on a bench.
Does Skooka have what's Skooka wearing now at the current moment?
Small clothes, and a leather jacket.
So just underwear and a little jacket. Okay.
Crosses his leg like a dignified hobgoblin.
I mean, yeah, sure. Anyways, you'll see that happen.
Yeah. Bubbles will flush a bright, dark pink. And what she will do is kind of move her body so that her back is to Skuka, but also in between her and the hag, basically, so that she doesn't see her boyfriend basically naked. And she's like, well, I'm here. You called, I came. What do you want?
Kind of just looks over your shoulder. Well, I'm glad you did listen. Well, I did ask you to bring your pants, so, you know. Can't really complain, can I? Oh, that's not the accent I wanted to give her. It's fine. We'll work on it.
Sounds
Are you
great.
the owner of this place?
No, my sister ran it. I just come here sometimes.
And do you work here? No?
Fine work.
Sarah, that's my patron. That's my
Oh,
patron.
so in other words, it doesn't matter to her one way or the other whether or not I damage these pipes. And I keep moving the aside the machines that I was trying to push aside.
Really, I don't understand what your purpose of doing that is. There's really nothing there. The mural's quite ugly.
Well, we're looking for her patron. I think maybe there's a secret place, but oh wait, never mind.
Her. Yeah, yep. Same person. There, that's her. Yep.
Yeah, well, I always picked you as the brightest of the group, so fair enough. How you doing?
Terrible. What do you want?
Why are you acting so hostile? I didn't do anything to you.
Because you scare me. I'm gonna be honest. You terrify me. I'm scared, okay? Get a little hostile when I'm scared, okay? I'm trying not to cry.
Child, I've never done anything to hurt you. You know that.
Yeah, I know.
I give you gifts because you interest me, so, you know. Glad to see my gifts are appreciated.
No, they are, thank you. I haven't used them very much.
Well, you've used them enough, I suppose. And more importantly, I've kept you in my interest, so I suppose there's worth in that. Anyways, so I guess, can I ask you why you think you're here?
Well, I remember you saying when I first made my pact that you needed something from me eventually. And that was like a year ago. And you haven't taken me up on it.
Huh, you are a smart.
So,
Glad I made that choice. Alright, yeah. I do have a bit of a request, but it's not so much if you don't do this then I'll stop giving you your powers. It's sort of a friendly favor.
friendly.
Which one of you has the shard of the truth?
I think Seth does still.
I think I handed it to you, actually.
Oh, okay.
Unless you get
then
it
I
back.
have it. No, I probably didn't. I probably kept it. I'll like flip around my giant book bag and like I'll open up a zipper because that's probably where I put it anyways, and I'll take out the shard.
Yeah, that little thing you've got. I need you to put that back.
Put it back.
That are missing, yeah.
Okay, so you just want us to put this back in what, the world tree?
Well, find the other 2 pieces and then put it back, yeah. That would be appreciated.
I mean, not that that doesn't sound bonkers and something completely crazy. Like, can we do that? Can we do that? She looks around at her friends and she's like, we couldn't even do that. I mean...
Well, you certainly can. It's surprisingly not that hard to access the world tree.
I mean, we don't know where it is.
The pamphlets should tell you something.
Wait, you mean it wasn't in behind that bookcase on the 3rd floor of the coffee shop?
You really are the smart one in the group, aren't you?
They say I'm the smart brother of the 2 Minotaurs.
Anyway, so you're going to want to find the other 2. There are 3 pieces missing. You're gonna want to find the other 2 and then put them all back where they belong. Quite simple, really.
Do you happen to know where they are? Do you have a map?
Not entirely sure where one is, but if you're looking for another, let's just say a little bit of foresight I have tells me you might want to go to the beach tomorrow. Or the pier.
At this, Scratticus stands and puts aside his magazine. He walks to the washer, removes the clothes, and puts them in the dryer. Sits back down.
Really? That one, Bubbles?
Yeah, he's cute, right? Okay, stop looking at him.
It's kind of hard not to look at right now.
I get that problem very deep in my heart, but why do we have to go to the pier tomorrow?
I can't promise you anything, but I've got a witch's intuition about it.
Alright. Creepy.
I
Alright.
can't be entirely forward with you. There are, you'll find people are listening, so, meeting you in fact was a bit of a risk on my part.
Okay, fine. So, what happened when we got all the shards of the tree and we put them back? Like, just put them back. What happens?
Hopefully everything will go back to where it belongs. Including me.
Oh, okay. Alright. I like the sound of that. Okay.
I mean, I'll still be able to send you gifts and all that. If that's what you're interested in.
Can you keep the crows? Just keep the crows.
Outside you hear a, ah! Ah!
Mm-mm.
Really, I just thought it's a bit of fun, really. You quite like me.
Becca makes a note in that little black book in his jacket. Keep the crows.
All right. Put them back in the tree. Got it. Anything else?
Just a word of warning. You might want to keep the 4 of you together. All 4 of you.
Why?
Her face at this point, it was like a little playful at first, but it gets stony almost. And she kind of glances across the street through the window and then looks back. Let's just say I'm not the only interested pair to.
Can I look out the glass and see what she's looking at?
And you can make me Perception or insight? Anyone else who wants to do that, you can. Perception.
Oh, that's not great.
Sure, I'll make a perception or insight check.
That's a 9.
9? It's getting
9.
pretty dark. Can't really see. There doesn't seem to be anyone like walking across the street, so maybe she's just looking at a building.
Confused.
Uh,
I don't see anything.
Who was the 11 for and who was the 7 for?
Seth is the worst of the two.
Okay. Seth, you see nothing. On an 11, especially since you frequent this area pretty heavily, you can sort of maybe gather that she glanced across the street to like the buildings that are across the street. There is, there's a like record store. The diner's kind of across the street. So she's just kind of glancing in that general direction. You're not able to pinpoint where she's looking at or whether or not she's looking at any like particular like figure, but she just does sort of glance in that direction.
At this, I'm gonna step up and I say, who else is interested in us? I guess I'll roll persuasion.
I'm gonna say don't, because honestly, like, I don't think persuasion would work here. She just kind of looks out the window and goes again and just sort of. I don't think it'd be wise to mention it out loud. Wise to say, I know things most other people don't, and that isn't exactly the greatest at the moment. But you all should stick together.
Okay.
There are other forces in this world that are far scarier than I.
Unbelievable.
I believe it. I mean, there's definitely a lot of things that are scarier than a half-elf doing laundry.
Right, yeah, about that. Be careful. Otherwise you'll be the one doing this. And as she takes out the clothes from the washer, or she starts putting them into the washer, you can actually see, I'm not gonna have you roll for this. You can see two of his pants and his leather jacket and the button-up and denim jacket of Seth and the button-up and the button-up of Sakira and the pink cardigan of Bubbles. All the clothes you're wearing currently, but they're all bloodstained. She's just sort of casually putting them into the laundry machine.
Bloodstains. You want to use bicarbonate of soda to get that out.
And that sweater's cashmere. You shouldn't put it in the dryer.
Just smiles at you.
That's not creepy at all.
I'm really scared. Can we go now? Is
Yeah,
that it?
my drying cycle's done. Scooker will take his clothes out of the dryer and put them back on. When he takes his leather jacket off and notices a stain on it, he prestidigitates it clean and then puts his jacket on.
Right, well, I'll be in touch. Well, not too much. Bit iffy on that, but, no.
Is there a way that I could call you? Talk to you? Message you?
Oh, I'm listening. I'm kind of always listening.
Is there something that I should call you? I didn't catch your name. Way back when.
M's just fine.
It is. Alright, let's go.
If things don't go south, then maybe we can have a little chat, get some coffee together or something.
Sure? Yeah?
Once the world doesn't end.
Yeah. When the world doesn't end, we'll get that cup of coffee. Can we go now? Yeah. She's like mouthing to Skoka, like, can we go? Are we good? We good? You got pants on?
Yeah, I'm ready, yeah.
Okay, let's go.
It does in fact have pants on. Alright, see ya.
Okay, bye. It was nice talking with you.
Be careful.
takes him one moment to finish lacing up his boots. They go up his shins, so it takes a second.
Well, this is embarrassing. We said goodbye, and he's still working on his shoes. I'm so sorry. This is so awkward.
You're the most social of the group, so really, can't really complain.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay, let's go. And she moves very quickly for the door.
Just for comedy's sake, I want to say that this is like a motion sensor door, and you try to go really quickly, but it opens really slowly.
Yeah. She just kind of taps her foot. She turns around, smiles at him,
Kind of waves at you.
let's go.
Book it out.
Probably the harshest you've ever heard Bubbles talk is let's get the fuck out of here.
As I go out the door, I'll go out last, I guess. But as I go out the door, after my friends, I just turn around and give this half elf doing laundry a stern look, trying to figure her out.
You can roll me an insight if you'd like.
I really thought you were gonna try to flirt with my patron.
Well, I wanted to. I'll be honest, I wanted to, but then she got all up in my face about moving that washing machine, and then she called me smart too many times, and I didn't think she was being genuine.
Did you want to roll an insight or?
Yeah, I'll roll an insight.
All right, roll an.
That's a nat 20.
Well, shit.
Look at me rolling 2 nat 20s.
All right.
Hey.
On a nat 20, I will say you look at this half elf, and when you make eye contact with her, you can immediately tell she is. I suppose pretending would be the wrong word. She's masquerading as a half elf. She looks half elf, but there is something far more powerful standing in front of you. The way that her eyes there are creases at the corner of her eyes, and the way that the gold and the green dance in her irises, it conveys the sense of wisdom that traces way, way, way back to before you were born, before your grandparents were born, before their grandparents were born. You get a sense that this is a powerful creature standing in front of you. And you also get a sense of honesty. That this creature, whatever they might be, does genuinely care about Bubbles. It is more than just passing interest or a little game, as playful as she might be. There is some deep concern about Bubbles in her eyes as she watches you leave. And deep concern that extends to the rest of your group.
So what you're saying is that she's too old for me.
Now, Mac, tell me how hot this half elf is.
She's 5'7". She's kind of dressed in she looks like a college student. Honestly, I mean, she's cute in the really messy sort of way. I just kind of dressed haphazardly to go do my laundry, and these are my dirty clothes, please don't look at me sort of way, the messy top bun. But,
So she's kind of hot.
She's kind of hot.
She's kind of hot. That's not Bubble saying that. Bubble's terrified.
Oh, heck, mirrors.
Thank you, Mirrors, for not only subscribing themselves, but then gifting another 5 subscribers to the rest of chat, including Bree there, yep, and many others. If you've just been gifted a subscription, you have an advantage to gift to a player of your choice, and I can see there's at least one sub baby in there. I don't mean to call you out, Tommy, but we've just had a baby together, so I think that's pretty important. Need to give me a name.
Zelda, I just saw you put in Zoom chat. Zelda.
Yes.
It's fine. But yes, she's cute. I don't like saying any character hot because I don't know your character preferences. But if you're interested in a female presenting, she's probably pretty dang hot.
My character is interested in people who have a position of authority and or power. So I guess that would include this lady.
It's the ball is in your court, my friend.
Well, okay. Seeing that she's more than meets the eye, I will smirk back at her just as the doors close.
The doors are glass. She can still see you through them.
Oh, well,
But
I pretend like she can't. It's like it's one-way glass.
She appreciates the effort.
And I join my friends.
Outside, you hear another crow kind of and go fly over the parking lot.
So, Bubbles, you didn't say your patron was so attractive.
Last time she wasn't. Last time, definitely not. Last time was bad. We can talk about it. We can't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And she will bolt. The diner's right across the street.
Diner is right across the street.
She'll bolt into the diner.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. They do good pancakes.
I
Yes.
love.
I want waffles. Waffles.
I could do a stack of pancakes right now.
So, hi Raiders!
Welcome to the party. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to the raid. Aww. Thank you for joining us. We're playing college students trying to save the world. Mostly skipping class.
Hey, maybe skipping class led to the end of the world. Maybe you just shouldn't skip class.
All right, Mom.
Yeah, like, come on.
Wow.
In class,
I will say, I am, out of all 5 of us, I am the only actual student. This is a call out for me. So you go
saving the world is a pretty good excuse for skipping class.
You can go across the street to the diner. It's one of those Grundy 24-hour places. It's like, oh shoot, I have the name of it, but I'll go back. I'll find it in a bit. It looks like you go inside, the little bell over the door rings. It's kind of a seat yourself sort of situation. All the tables have it's like wood and then glass on top of it, and then underneath the glass there's like postcards and bumper stickers on all the tables, and then on the walls there are those home is where the heart is. Mama needs her coffee. Like all those kitschy little plates with bad sayings on them are all across the wall. And there's
Another
also
raid.
Oh my God!
Welcome, raiders.
What's up?
Sorry to interrupt your description.
Well,
Yeah, there's also a chrome bar with the quintessential red bar stools, and you can actually see the head of the bushy red hair of a halfling kind of popping out over the bar.
Is it seat yourself?
It is secret. Well, it's getting pretty late. There's a couple of probably drunk college students crying over their midterms in the corner, but there's not really anyone else.
Okay. I go sit at a table, a booth for 4.
please, a booth.
A booth is necessary.
Do need the booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sit in a booth. The seats when you sit into them, they sink really slowly, and you can feel the plastic covering kind of crack and itch the back of your thighs. It's not the greatest, but it's a cheap 24-hour place. What can you do? The menus are already on the table, and then you hear I'll be with you in a bit. Just give me a moment from the back. You can't really see who said it, but you can hear it.
So is this? Can we collaboratively build in this diner? Because I have a meal in mind, which I've never seen in America, but I've seen in an English version of an American diner, which was something incredible.
Yeah, honestly, go for it. What do you picture this diner looking like?
In this diner that actually exists, it's called the OK Diner. It's called a Yankee Doodle Dandy. I don't know if that's a real thing in America. I've never seen it. But
this is in America. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. Okay, cool. Essentially, what it was, what it is an English take. Well, an American take on an English breakfast or something like that. It was like sausage, eggs, hash browns, and bacon, but like the American style bacon where it's all streaky. Then waffles, pancakes, and a big jug of syrup.
That sounds pretty American, to be honest.
That's
Yeah,
an English breakfast?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think it's called Yankee Doodle Dan, or I don't think that's what it's called. I think it's just called breakfast.
Awesome.
Just a regular breakfast.
That's just
And
my morning routine.
they let me have black pudding extra as well.
Yep. You're a regular here, aren't you?
Not recently.
Used to be irregulars. We stopped
Right.
I used to
coming for-
come here quite a lot when we used to get discount.
Yeah.
So there's a few moments, and then a short gnome, sort of dark skin, haircut into a clean bob, sort of comes over with a tray of drinks, a tray of water cups, and sort of hands them off, and then looks over at you, Suka, and then sort of. You're lucky Jack isn't working tonight.
Jack?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I didn't mention her. It's fine. Hi. What do you want to order?
Jack was an ex-partner of mine.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I didn't even know she still worked here. I'll grab the...
Your usual?
Yes, please, that'd be fantastic. Can you give me extra sausage, extra bacon, extra hash browns, and can you put it all in a bun, like an Irish breakfast sandwich?
Oh my god. I can, but that's gonna cost you extra. I'm not gonna give you a discount anymore.
How much do them things actually cost?
I don't know. I just sort of punch in the numbers, like a cop or two extra. It's like not that bad, but it's a lot of extra work, and you're just kind of an asshole.
It's. I'll just take a regular. That's fine. Thank you.
Good. Rim will be happy about that.
Two stacks of pancakes about this high. And also, while I'm waiting for the pancakes, is it okay to eat food from another place in here?
Yeah, it's fine. As long as you pay, I guess. I hate night shifts.
I start eating food from
I
the.
hate night shifts.
Yeah, keeping in mind that Seth has been eating this whole time, he looks at his watch again. Yeah, I could eat.
That's why I got 2 snacks. One for me, one for you.
Oh, perfect. You've already ordered. Lots of syrup, please.
Anything for you, miss?
Yeah, can I get an order of then with whipped cream on top with like extra whipped cream, and can I get some like strawberries on top of that? And then can I get, what kind of muffins do you have?
Okay, we've got, shoot. Hey, Rim, what kind of muffins do we have? And then you hear a voice in the back. We've got well, what kind of melted everything except for the lemon poppy seed. No one really likes those ones.
I'll take one. I'll take one of those. Do you have milkshakes?
Yes, sure.
I'll take a strawberry milkshake, please.
Okay. Really,
Extra whipped cream.
Really, Scooper. The gnome kind of leans in. Really? Not really your type.
I'm sitting right here. What is wrong with
I'm
people?
sorry, this is so rude. As it turns out, they very much are my type. Thank you. All the same.
I'm just saying, like, after you dated Jack, like, this is... Well,
You're gesturing to all of me. And
I'll
that's
leave
very rude.
It is very rude, actually. I mean, we can eat elsewhere if we have to. I didn't expect to be harassed like this just because I came in with my girlfriend.
Oh, you're making it official now. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, he bought her a ring, and I point to the ring.
She puts her hands under the table. Even though she was gesturing a lot before, she puts her hand under the table.
It's good.
I'm here to eat if that's okay. I've had a really bad
A look of sheer glee passes across this tiny gnome's face. She looks over at Skuka. And like, you know when she looks at you, Skuka, it's that look of, oh my god, I am totally telling my best friend I saw my ex. Look. That look of sheer like, oh, Jackson, hear about this later. And then the gnome walks away.
Wait, Sistra, does that mean Skuka is settling down? Is that what people call it?
I think that's what non-minotaurs call it.
We're not settling down. We're just...
Excuse me, hold on. I'm here. If we're gonna talk about me while I'm here, I might as well just not be here. And so she just like gets up and like climbs over Skuka, I'm guessing, because they're at the table, and she's gonna go to the bathroom.
Maybe I shouldn't have said.
No, it's not that. It's just, with the whole thing, and then this as well. And I'm not settling down. We're just a couple, This is exciting. It's not like we're getting old or anything like that. But I think we should just drop the whole thing. The poor girl just wants to eat breakfast, dinner, lunch, whatever this place serves.
Skuka, do you associate settling down with getting old?
That's not what I said. I just...
Isn't settling down just being happy with... Wait, maybe... It's just being happy with someone, isn't it?
Maybe we're getting our terms mixed up. I don't know.
Let's just not talk about it in the diner. That'd be fantastic. And we can talk about it at any other time. Perhaps back at the flat. When Bubbles isn't sitting right here with us. That'd be fantastic. I couldn't say fantastic enough right now, to be honest. Where nothing is fantastic.
Minotaurs make literal mazes, but you non-minotaurs make a lot of social mazes.
No social maze about it. Not really. It's just,
I mean, I am kind of lost, but that could just be me.
Yeah, and we never get lost. Ever.
Look, it's not that you lost or anything like that. She's a very nice girl. I very much enjoy her company. I just wouldn't say that after a few days, maybe a week and a few days. How long has it been?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I just wouldn't say that we're quite settling down yet. That's all. We're still very young in our relationship. We're exploring each other's interesting things.
I'm just gonna look at Cicera like, what the hell did that mean?
I don't know either. I just stuffed my mouth with food from the other restaurant.
I want to pan very quickly over to Bubbles in the bathroom. Bubbles, are you doing anything in particular?
Obviously, she's crying a little.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. That's all she's doing. She's just like on a toilet. I mean, not using the toilet, but she's just like sitting on a toilet, like, it's okay. You just gotta get it together, okay? She'll be doing that.
There is a little kind of tickle at the back of your head that you recognize as the message cantrip, and then you hear a very familiar voice. So like, I know I promised someone I wouldn't be ornery about curfew anymore, but like, are you planning on coming back? It's Becca.
Right. I'll respond to her message, and I'll say, yeah, I'm at the diner. I plan on coming back. I'll let you know if I'm okay. We got some weird news today. I'll fill you in later. Thanks for checking in on me.
Okay, you don't sound like you've been crying.
Maybe just a little, okay?
I'm not. I'm your RA. I'm not a therapist. Please don't come to me with your emotional baggage. But I care a little. So you sure you're okay? I can pick you up if I need to.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. And she says, I'm okay, like the 25 word amount.
Oh, it's a message, so you can basically like cast it as much as you want to convey how okay you are.
Oh, okay, I am. But then not actually. Okay.
There's a pause and a. I know that's a lie, right? I normally don't call you out on this, but like, I'm gonna call you out now, cause come on.
I just met someone really scary and really important to me, and I learned something really scary about the world. And then everybody keeps telling me that.
Kind of what college will do to you.
I know, and then everybody keeps saying how I'm not Scratticus type. I think that's really rude to say in front of me, okay? Why do they just keep saying it in front of me? I'm right there.
I mean, to be fair, I also thought that, but I didn't say it in front of you.
I appreciate that.
I'm gonna be honest, he actually likes you a lot. It's really funny. I mean, I've known him for like a year, and I've never seen him like anyone this much, so what everyone else says is bullshit.
He likes me a lot.
Fucking, he like went through 10 hoops to bribe me with band tickets so I'd ignore curfew. Of course he likes you. I'm really not your relationship counselor.
No, that's so nice. And she just starts like crying into the Thank you, Becca.
You're welcome. Bubbles. I'm gonna get better about it, Bubbles.
Thank
Just again, if you need me, you can message me. I'll get you out of whatever RA duties, honor code, blah blah blah. Be careful.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you
Okay,
soon.
thank you.
If I don't see you in like an hour, or you don't message me in an hour, I'm gonna ping you again. So,
Oh. Raven makes herself a note. Message. Becca. Okay. And Bubbles will come out of the bathroom stall, and she'll look at herself in the mirror. She'll like wash her hands, and then she'll like kind of clean up her like makeup and make sure she doesn't look like she was crying that hard, but it still looked like she was crying.
I'll say by this time, but based on how long that conversation took and how long you three were conversing about the relationship, by this time the food has arrived. It isn't like by the time you get out of the bathroom, it's like cold. The food has arrived.
Okay.
When the food arrives, when the gnome, who does not have a name, I'm going to say it's...
Hello, my name is...
Hello, my name is Teresa.
Teresa!
T for short. Teresa arrives. She kind of gives you, Stuka, a big ol' shit-eating grin. In the way that best friends give their friends actually shit-eating grins when they know their friend is doing much better off than you are, and is like, Raven, don't give me that look. That was Teresa. That was Teresa.
Raven is right here.
I'm not saying Teresa's correct, nor if Teresa's the opinion of the DM. I think y'all are cute. Don't put this on me.
Skukka just scowls. Would you leave us in peace, please?
I didn't say anything. Like, you need to chill out. We're much more fun when you're with that.
You've upset them. Can you just leave the food and go? It was all you. You're the only one that upset.
Okay, if you say so. Suga, roll me an insight.
She better not have spit in my waffles.
I see everything.
Did you just...
Oh my gosh!
Good God! What the hell? Okay, cool. So, God damn it, on a nat 20. On a nat 20, ooh, hold
So
on.
insightful.
I know, you're
like-
super insightful.
I didn't realize how insightful I was, to be honest.
I know. In the insight, the way that she looks at you, it's not. It is a little spiteful and it is a little playful. I mean, you could tell she personally has no interest in you whatsoever, but you could tell that she's just playing this up. But you can also tell there's a couple of other things you notice. One is that there is a bit of calculated curiosity on her face. You can get the sense almost as if she's looking at you as if someone that you have in common had like asked to check up on you. The other thing you notice is that kind of beneath her bangs there is a scar that goes right down here. And on a nat 20, I will retroactively say that you've seen a scar like this similarly before on someone else. I just didn't mention it at the time because I was silly DM and I forgot. I'm gonna whisper you that.
I take a big fork. I shove it through about 8 pancakes, pick them all up, and then shove 8 pancakes whole into my mouth all at once.
Did you bring that fork? Or
Oh,
did
yeah.
it? Oh, okay. That's your home fork.
It's in the same pocket as my, it's in the opposite pocket from my comb and my magic conditioner.
Yes.
Restaurants never have a fork that's big enough for me, so I keep,
Personal
On the
cutlery.
On the strangely opposite scale, I will pick up a knife and fork and I will cut my pancakes nicely,
He's
But
such a
you-
good boy.
very fast.
At this point, atypically for Sasira, I pick up a knife and I actually start cutting the pancakes, not necessarily to make them smaller for my mouth, but I take 2 of the pancakes aside and I cut one into like the shape of the sun and the other one into the shape of the moon, trying to, from memory, recreate the symbols that I saw on those wolves.
Roll me a history check.
History.
Roll
Roll a history check.
history for Sasira because internet gremlins today.
Oh, forces. Okay, I was gonna roll my own history.
Oh my gosh! It's the same.
Oh, Ben, you can't make this up. I have rolled 3 nat 20s for Cicera.
Look at the
Zelda.
whole thingy.
Zelda, you should roll for me every time.
Every time.
Guess so.
Look, it's a perfect replica of the. This was a joke roll. It's a perfect replica of the sun and moon you saw in the wolves. Like weirdly, like exactly perfect. Like you to the point where you can like even get some of the whipped cream to get some of the fur patterning on the front. It is art. You have made pancake art.
I think I should burn sage for myself at the start of streams.
Burn sage every time.
Everything's fine.
Scrat's a believer.
I'm a believer now.
Anyways, yeah, that happens. You're able to make perfect pancake art. At some point, when does Bubbles come back?
Bubbles will come back out at this point after all the food is down, and she'll climb back over Skaka and then sit in her little corner. And then she'll look down at Cicera's pancakes and be like, That's amazing. Did you just do that?
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna say don't play with your food, and then I saw how good it was, and I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Why did you do it?
I was just... I can't stop thinking about those two wolves.
Wow. That's impressive. And she will take her fork and knife and go to town on her waffles. And you guys can see her face is slightly pinker than it was before she went into the bathroom. So you could tell she's been crying again.
Just so I'm... Sorry.
Thank you. I asked the waitress not to come back, and so Sarah backed it up, so hopefully we'll have some peace.
No, it's okay. I'm okay.
Just so I'm getting the correct picture here, we're in a booth. Skuka and Bubbles are on one side. That means the two Minotaurs are sitting together on the opposite side of the booth.
I think we have to. I think the booths are only big enough to have like one big and one small person.
Oh, really?
Across from each other. I don't know. I didn't specify. I figured y'all figured it out on your own.
I mean, well,
So-
I climbed over somebody. I was definitely like the first one to sit down though. So I'm inside.
Unless it's like one of those round booths.
could be around.
It could
Ooh,
be.
are we round booth?
It is now.
It's a
Okay,
round booth now.
Then she would have been directly in the middle. So she like climbs over like 2 people, probably 3 people. I don't know. She climbs over somebody to get to the middle.
Yep. It's art. It is glorious, messy in all the wonderful ways.
Yes.
The waitress does, to her credit, does not come back. Although you can like sort of see her in the back. Like she doesn't actually like ever like look at you, but you can like still see she's still working and like busting
Is she-
the tables.
Is she texting? Messaging?
Well, texting doesn't exist in this world.
Right, messaging.
But you can tell sometimes she kind of looks up and then like, pauses for a moment and then kind of keeps doing her thing. So you can kind of tell she's probably messaging someone back and forth.
Did happen to notice a thing about the waitress though when she brought the breakfast over. I noticed it at the cafe as well, but I didn't want to say anything because, it's rude to point out these things, but they both got a very similar scar.
Who? The waitress and...
Right down the middle of the forehead. The waitress, and also, Jay, the lass with the puppy.
Oh.
They both,
Yeah.
Either
That
they
could've been
both walked into a shelf at exactly the right height.
I mean, maybe, but what else would it be?
I just think from now on we should possibly be cautious around anyone who wears hairstyles with bangs.
Doesn't Bubbles have bangs?
Bubbles definitely has bangs.
Excepting you, of course.
I've also
What
been
do
told
you
not to
think
trust anyone in a tunic.
What do you think it all means, Skuka?
Heck if I know.
Why don't you go ask?
But, frankly,
No,
because
I've heard worse ideas.
Alright, fine, I'll go and ask, but
No, it's okay. You stay with your girlfriend. I'll go ask what's up with the scar. I scarfed down, without a second thought, the 2 pancakes that were otherwise fantastic replicas of pieces of art, and then I go ask about the scar.
what a stand-up guy. Isn't that just grand? What a nice guy.
Yeah, and at this point, Bubbles, I'm guessing Bubbles is right in between Seth and Scrat, and she'll turn to Seth and be like, "You want some of my waffles? I don't think I can eat them all."
Uh,
And she'll like cut you off some waffles. And like start putting it on your plate.
Yeah, I can. Thank you. I'm sorry for earlier. Maybe
That's
I should
okay.
have said.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay. It's-
We'll pan over to Hero's like across the diner. The Teresa, the gnome, is kind of like on a stool, busting the counter. Thought you didn't want me to be like, come back.
Well, that's why I came over to you.
Cool. What do you want? I'm busy.
I just couldn't help but notice your scar.
Okay, rude. Rude much.
Well, it's not a very ordinary scar. I was wondering how you got it.
Sibling rivalry is that usually my brother's an asshole.
Is that all? Just fighting with your brother?
Yeah, sorry it wasn't like a super cool story.
It's just I've seen someone else with the exact same scar, and it's just too much of a similarity to discount as something ordinary.
I just realized something. No, it's fine. Kind of give you a look. I will say, roll me a persuasion.
Zelda.
Only a 10 this time. Sorry, we broke the.
Wait. Can I burn the advantage that I have stored?
Normally you have to call it beforehand.
Okay.
Let me just double check something. This is not okay. This doesn't count. What the heck is the? Oh, okay. Yeah. I will say normally you have to call it beforehand, so next time you'll do it. For this time you won't. She just kind of like looks both ways and then kind of like gestures you with.
It's a secret scar.
Like, well, do you want to know or not?
I mean, how tall is she compared to me?
Tiny. She is like, she's on a stool, so she's like standing at about five.
I like uncomfortably hunch down, like to the point where I'm like, okay. I like put my hand down on the ground, and I hunch way down.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna be. All right, fine. You kind of found me out. Hi. Yeah, it is Jake from the coffee shop. Yeah, cool. Congrats, you found me out. Look, I might have convinced actual Teresa to not show up for work today. I'm really not that big of an asshole. Well, Teresa's an asshole. I'm not that big of an asshole. I'm just kind of playing it up so no one really finds me. Look, was kind of worried because I saw, Bubbles run out of the coffee shop crying, and so, I just kind of wanted to check up on y'all. Sorry. Yeah.
What does that have to do with your scar?
Well, you said, I'm assuming the other person you noticed was me, or was, Jay and me. I mean,
Yes.
I know my own scar. I know it's the one thing I can't get rid of when I do this. So, just don't mention it. Also, don't tell them. I was trying to keep this on the down low, but I was just trying to look out for you. Yeah. Also, do avoid Teresa. She really is an asshole. I was just playing it up so no one would notice, because when you're an asshole and they suddenly get really nice, people notice, and then people think something's up.
So wait. So Teresa gave you that scar?
No. Oh my God. No.
But you asked Teresa not to come to work today.
Teresa is currently hanging out with Jack, like, friends do. I told her to take the day off. The scar is just mine. I can do the thing where I change what I look like. That's just the thing I can do. But I can't get rid of this whenever I change. So I try not to do that often, but I was really concerned. But I also try not to overstep. I get shy and talking to people is hard, so we just sort of do this instead. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend I understand everything she just said, and I'm gonna get back up.
Don't tell them. For all they know, I'm just Teresa and I'm an asshole. Please, thank you.
Okay. And I'm gonna walk over there to the table. I think that was Jay.
What?
In the back room, you hear Jay slam their forehead into a wall out of frustration.
What?
Well, the gnome, she changes her appearance, but apparently the scar she can't change. She said that she asked Teresa not to come to work today. I don't know. She was very confusing.
Did you ask about their scars?
Yeah, I did. She said her brother gave it to her. It was very ordinary, but then she also said it doesn't change when she shapeshifts.
Brother gave her a scar, right? Wait, hang on a minute. Am I muted?
You're not muted.
I am muted. Never mind. You're not muted.
Oh no, I'm not. Her brother gave her a scar. What kind of sicko is he?
I mean, she called him an asshole, so.
That checks out, I guess.
What kind of a brother gives a brother a scar? I mean,
Septus rubs the back of his head.
We've probably given each other lots of scars, but I mean, we practice play fighting all the time.
Yeah.
It's always fun until he brings out magic.
You know, you told me not to go easy on you.
Fair. I
So-
mean, it isn't.
Go on.
Sorry. Well, I was just about to say it's not fair, I guess, if you don't have magic.
Fair.
Or it hasn't been in the past. So I'm so glad I got that in just to get Scrat's face on that. It was worth it.
Anyway, fellers, what's our plan here when we finish our breakfast, lunch, dinner? Head to the beach.
Yeah, look for shards of a tree. Did they say how many shards?
It was 3.
We
Three.
have 2 more to find.
3 shards to find. 2 shards to find, and then we got to find the location of the world tree itself, because
Yeah,
it's
we gotta talk to-
not that thing we saw in that secret room.
Right. We have to find Coraline and talk to her, which we have the brochure, which has her information in it. But I think we go. She said go to the pier tomorrow, and it's pretty late. So, I mean, Becca messaged me, and she was wondering where I am. So maybe we should just go home.
Aye, we could head home, yes.
She just keeps eating her waffles.
I mean,
Do
to
we
save
have-
time tomorrow, we all could go to one location.
She keeps eating
Split
her
up.
waffles, and her face turns bright pink.
You mean split up? We each go to one of these different places.
No, I just meant for sleeping arrangements tonight. We could like all head back to ours and stay in our flat or something. We got plenty of room.
Oh, yeah. I guess we do got plenty of room. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's just an idea. I'm not sure that any of us should be alone at the minute, what with the world ending and all of that, you know. They
Yeah,
always-
well,
That's one thing I do remember from high school is they told us about adventuring class. If the world's ending, don't split your party.
well, also,
I mean, that is what she said. It's what M
Yeah.
said.
That's what M said, yeah.
I mean, I'm not really afraid that anyone's gonna break into our dorm, but if it's easier for waking up and getting back to it, then I mean, I don't think I've seen your apartment, have I, Sistra?
I don't think so. No.
Keep it clean. A nice kitchen.
Skuka?
We kind of go with a clean as you go policy. Clean what you need, you know.
Clean as you go and clean what you need are.
They're very different. They're very different.
Yeah.
All right, there's more clean what you
Oh.
need than clean as you go, if we're honest.
I mean, as long as I can make food in the morning.
Sure.
I mean, fine. I have to tell Becca though, or she'll come and she'll find me. You know how she is.
Yeah, I mean, she's not looking after your, curfew anymore, so tell her you're staying out. Both in the agreement.
Yeah. So I'm gonna send a message to Becca. and say-
Before you do this, I will say that Teresa the Gnome does walk by. Doesn't really make eye contact, but kind of slides the strawberry milkshake across the table to you, Bubbles. On the side there is a post-it, and it just says, "Sorry on the house, Jay."
Does it look like they're spitting it?
You can make it insight.
I think my insight's +1. Yeah, so that's a 15.
No, this doesn't look like it has spit in it. In fact, it actually looks almost painstakingly really nicely made. Like the whipped cream is like a really pretty swirl. There's like the cherry on top.
Okay, I'll message her and say thanks.
Yeah. And you get a message back. Yeah. So Sierra found me out. I just saw you crying. Felt bad. Wanted to look after you, but I'm really bad at both things. So did this instead. I'm gonna try and be better anyways. Hope you're feeling better. I appreciate you. See you at the grounds. Bye.
Thanks, Jay. And then she'll message Becca. She'll take a sip. She'll eat the cherry, then take a sip of her strawberry milkshake, and then she will talk to Becca.
Hey, what do you tell Becca?
So hey, Becca. I'm not coming back tonight. Just a heads up. There are band tickets in it for you if you're upset. Okay, bye. You can respond to this message.
I mean, yeah, there are band tickets for me. That's kind of the deal, but like, cool, okay, you're safe though? That's really the big thing. I have to make sure you're safe.
Super safe. The safest.
Are you with Skuka?
Yes, and you remember Seth?
Yeah, him.
I'm
one of the-
good.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And his
yeah.
brother.
Right, okay. Good. That's great. I didn't need to know that, but cool, thanks. I'm glad you're safe. Cool. Be careful. Don't
Okay,
do
cool, I will.
reckless or anything. And again, I don't sleep. Just send me a message if you need me or anything. Don't do anything stupid. Just don't do anything foolish.
You got it.
Skuka, you get a voice in your head. It's a message that's very simple. Hey, remember what I said. Don't be a dick.
Can I reply to this message?
It's the traditional message cantrip. So you
The response is just, Jesus, I didn't realize the deal came with like constant warnings. Thanks all the same. I'm not a dick.
Yeah, I know you're not a dick. But also, just don't be a dick.
My response is just la 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 la.
You get a very tired sigh. A very tired sigh.
I don't answer it. Can I not answer it? I try not to answer it. I pretend like I didn't answer it.
You don't have to answer that one. So, what are you doing now?
Back to the flat then, I suppose. Formulate a plan for going to the beach pier. Or what's her name's?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many eggs does Skuka have in the refrigerator? Question. And
None.
should I pick up more?
None, but Cicera might have some.
You know what? I think there's some, but we might want to pick up more just in case.
I mean, I can do store run if you want.
We can
Yeah,
stop.
but maybe, you know what? I'll go out in the morning and get some eggs before everyone wakes up. Because if you buy them tonight, we'll need to find room in the fridge. Not sure there is much.
I was gonna pick up a lot more than just eggs, but that was
I don't think Cicera would have ever really seen Skuka eat. Like, at home. Like... There's a coffee in the morning.
I don't remember really what's in our fridge.
we can
But,
go in the morning.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Do we have any idea where the rest of these things are? The tree things?
So potentially the pier, and then she said she didn't know where the other one was. And then maybe if we talk to Coraline. Yeah.
Coraline.
Right. The name from the professor.
Yeah, I'm just trying to commit it to memory. Coraline.
You don't have room on the floor, right?
We have a big couch.
Oh boy. Is there anything else y'all want to do before attempting to go to home?
I was thinking grocery shop, but that's about it.
No, I'll go and
Maybe
start...
go pick up.
Go on.
Go ahead. Maybe go pick up extra clothes. Real quick.
We can do that. No problem.
Let's go see if the car start.
Will the car start? They ask.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, the car sputters and sputters. And then dies. Yep. It's like midnight in the parking lot of this creepy laundromat.
I'll just try that again. Yin.
Nope. Still does not start.
Look, I tell you what.
Seth and I can get a push.
No, Cepheus and Sus, if you both just give it a little push, I reckon I can try and bump start it. Maybe that'll either give me advantage or lower the DC.
What is an advantage or DC?
I think it's draconic.
It'd hurt me to tell you.
I'm so tempted to just any advantage would have gained from that.
Yeah, I can get out and push.
I get out and help my brother push.
Okay, I'll give you advantage. Heart breaks a little.
Straight strength rolls for both of us, or athletics, or
Let's do, both of you do athletics. Unless strength for some reason is better. And then depending on that, I'll see if it's advantage or lower DC.
okay. This is Susra,
Dang.
22, and
Strong.
damn. I mean, I didn't rage, so it's fine.
Yikes. All right. Well, you didn't need that anyways. But yeah, the car starts. Finally.
Perfect.
It worked.
How are y'all getting in the car?
I stop it. Once the engine's turning over, I can stop the thing.
Bubbles is already in the back seat, and she reaches out a hand for Seth to grab.
Takes hand.
Reduce.
Nice.
Pull in.
And then I'm assuming Kira goes in the front seat.
I'll grab some
Yes.
I'll grab some gas as well if we're going to the pier tomorrow.
Yeah, you can grab some gas. Ooh, yeah, let's go. So, you swing by the gas station, I'm assuming.
Beg your pardon?
Swing by a gas station?
Yes, if that is what happens. I'm not actually sure what this car runs on.
Magic.
You designed this car. What does it run on?
Is gas a thing in this world?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, great. Then it runs on gas. Perfect.
Yeah, you stop at the gas station. And when you're at the gas station, you only roll me a perception check. Good to know.
I
You
just
get gas.
grab any old pump, chuck it in, start filling it up, but I'm waiting until I get to exactly that 2 gold mark. I don't want to go past 2 gold.
Yep.
2 gold and a copper, damn it!
Yeah. I'm actually really tempted to have you roll for this. I don't know what the DC would be.
Dunno.
I'm gonna say, you want to do sleight of hand? Let's do sleight of hand. Let's see if you can get it at exactly the goal. We'll do DC 15.
2 gold and a copper, damn it!
Yep. It goes
Right.
over.
Hope they've got one of them trust change things at the counter. I've only got exact change.
Can I spot him a copper? It'll be a very tiny copper, and he has to wait for it to get bigger, though. Because everything on my person is small size now.
Yeah, sure.
I'll hand him a tiny copper. It's smaller than a penny.
Teeniest copper. You certainly can.
So I walk inside the petrol station. Hi, friend.
There is a very, very hungover, or looks like kind of hungover, lanky tiefling. I
Perfect.
think blue skinned. I think light blue. I have this actually. Let me pull this up. It's one of the few things I have notes for. Oh my god, Google Docs, please. Yeah, pale blue skin and like pure white eyes, but you can tell like there's bags underneath it. And he is just bored. The 2 horns kind of curl back around like this wavy navy hair. And he's just like, "Oi."
Hi, friend.
want?"
Yeah,
Aye.
number 2 there. Just
Uh-huh.
ticked over the 2 gold mark.
That sucks, don't it?
I don't suppose you've got one of them change things where people leave their change for other people to have the right change or anything like that.
Take a copper, leave a copper.
Roll me a persuasion. Look, it's got a tip jar. You can just, if you want to just take a coffee from the tip jar, you can. I don't really care.
Well, look, I can give you this tiny copper. Okay, and I'll put that in your tip jar. And in an hour's time, I promise you it'll grow into a real copper.
You sound like a leprechaun or something.
What did you do to that?
Okay, it was in my friend when they got shrunk.
It was your friend.
The character is a leprechaun now.
Yeah, they got shrunk. And
Really worded in your friend.
while this was, on them. And so now it's a tiny copper. But I promise you in an hour's time, this will be a full-sized copper.
Roll me another persuasion with disadvantage?
No.
Sure you don't got any other copper on you?
I've only got exact change as it happens, actually. And honestly, they're only gold pieces, and I really don't want to be carrying around 9 silver pieces and 9 copper pieces. I just don't have the pocket space.
Can't you shrink it? You've established your stories.
Oh my god.
Alright. No,
I get out of the car to stretch my legs, so I'm not right next to them, but in full field of vision.
See, my friend, he's just like him. He's a big fella, just like this fella out there. And that's why we shrunk him.
Shrunken. Right, yeah.
To fit in the car. How many Minotaurs can you fit in a Mini?
Right, okay.
Quite a few with the reduce spell, let me tell you.
And now I want to see a clown car with a dozen shrunken minotaurs and have them all get out of the car at the precise instant when the spell wears off.
Maybe that's how the clowns have been doing it for years.
The reduce spell. Oh my god.
Right, okay. Look, I know you. You're Skuka, right? That's who you are.
Bloody bleeding heck, how'd you know me?
Roll me a history check.
I can't recall your face.
Yeah. He just kind of looks at you. Jack's told me a lot about you.
Why has everyone heard about Jack today? A geeky party. A geeky tea party. Thank you so much for that resub. 19 months, that's a heckin' long time.
Heck. Yeah, alright, look. I will cut you a deal, alright? I'll let you do the whole leave it to gold, ignore the copper. But you gotta... Jack wants to talk to you.
I've got to do what?
Jack wants to talk to you.
I don't really want to talk to Jack. I'm with my new girlfriend.
I'm not. Jack don't care.
I don't particularly care about to see Jack right now either. No, heck with it. I'll keep my tiny copper. No, in fact, I'll give you the copper for free just to show you I wasn't lying. And you can give me your change. I don't care. It's free gold. You crook. You criminal. Daylight robbery.
You know Jack's just gonna find another way to find you, right? That's what she does.
But I'll speak to her at a time that's convenient.
Yeah, that's not exactly her deal, you know? She just kind of does what she wants.
It was barely... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Look, just for now, I just want to get gas. I just want to go home.
I'll tell you this much, she doesn't want to talk to you to get back together. She's definitely not interested.
Well, happy days, but I just don't want to talk to her at all. Not right now. Maybe I could speak to her in a couple of days or something.
Too fucking bad, mate. I want to talk to her at some point.
I honestly, I don't think so. There's plenty of people that I haven't spoken to. Anyway. Alright, look, I'll consider it. Will you take that?
if you're gonna promise me, you'll at least consider it, so she doesn't
Yes.
pay as hell.
Yes.
Fine. Give me the 2 gold. Figure out the cop for later. You can keep your tiny shitty piece.
I'm leaving it right here on the counter.
Really don't want it. You can take it.
I like pick it up and drop it like, oops. Oh well, it's only a copper. I'm not gonna stoop for that.
Please do not more. Remember what I've been told.
That's just a crass insult. And
All right, have fun.
Yuka leaves. He looks quite angry. Busted. Oh, I had to turn off the car to get gas. No joke. The lift on the way to Gen Con fueled their car while they left the ignition on.
It's so bad.
Oh. Oh. It's about to be that scene from Zoolander. Start having gas fights.
And all of us in the car were like, what do we do? Do we like pull the key out?
Turn the car off, because that can kill everyone.
Well, no, we decided that we'd
Everyone.
committed at that point. We decided that we'd committed, and we were just like, you know. Anyway,
This is the way to go.
we just accepted it.
It doesn't
Anyway.
end with a bang, I guess.
It does end with a bang in some
It does
cases,
end
but
with a
it
bang.
didn't. But anyway.
All right. You are going to have to start that car again.
Damn it.
I will also remind you, you did get your Tide to Chaos back.
I did. Damn it. And hey, one more go. This time I will use my Tides of Chaos.
All right.
Here we go. Got a good feeling about this one.
Hey!
Very nice.
Nice. All right. Takes you 2 tries, but the car does start, and I am banking that wild magic surge.
Damn it. I tell you, that guy in there, absolute criminal. He wouldn't accept your tiny penny.
Wouldn't accept my tiny penny?
Yo.
No, he wouldn't.
Do you
didn't.
have it?
Believe me. And when Sosira got out and stretched, I used you as an example. I said, well, he's normally that size. But we shrunk him down, so we fit him in the car. And he looked at me like I was a madman.
Do we need to show him?
Actually, that'd be great. Just get out and give him a little wave, would you?
I'm gonna get out in all my, 4-foot glory.
No, just have Sarah just hold you out of the window, just like lying Simba you like out of the window.
You see the face of a very, very confused tiefling. And just, you can't, it's just...
Let's get out of here and I'll drive on back to Bubbles' place so she can pick up some cloves.
Hey! You do that, you pull up into the dorm parking lot.
I'll say
Yeah.
just keep it running.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
I'll say I'll be right back. It's probably best if I go in by myself, or else Becca might freak out. Rightly so, but let me go grab some stuff. And I go
Okay.
in.
I'm gonna have you roll I know you're not like trying to sneak, but roll me a stealth check anyways.
Okay.
Mainly because I want to know if Becca runs into you.
Oh shit, she runs into me. That's a 5.
Oh yeah, you literally open the door to turn it and you like frighten her. I thought you weren't coming back.
I had to get a change of clothes.
Okay, valid. Go ahead. I don't think any of the other RAs are out, so I'm not gonna get yelled at. So you should probably
Okay.
go.
I'll make it quick. And I make it quick.
Make it quick.
Yeah.
She kind of looks over at kind of peeks her head out the window, gives Fuko a wave, and then then goes back inside.
I love Becca. Okay, I run into my room. And I grab a change of clothes and some pajamas.
Okay. Grab
And some
anything,
slippers.
toothbrush or anything.
Yeah, I'll grab a toothbrush.
Okay.
And a brush.
Cool.
My hair wrap.
Cool.
That's it.
Awesome. Yeah, you grab all that, and you go back outside. Car's
Okay.
still running. The car is thankfully still running.
Okay, I hop back in. Got him.
Okay.
Back to
Becca
the flat
was-
then. Sorry.
Yeah, Becca was really cool. She didn't yell at me or anything.
Rightly so. He usually gives me a lot of grief.
At that moment in your head, Skuka, you just hear a please, oh, by the gods, keep her safe. Because I am not hunting you down in the morning. I have class.
Ignore. And I drive back to the
Say that back to her.
No, I just like I do the message cantrip equivalent of
Red.
Yeah, left on red.
and drive back to the flat.
All right, you were able to. I'm not gonna have you roll for it because you know the route between the dorks and the flat really well for reasons, and and you were able to get to the flat. Why don't you either Skuka or Cecilia describe what your flat looks like? Because I actually don't know.
Skuka, take it away.
I picture it like perhaps a studio flat because it's above a club. I think there's
the club, it's a Tuesday night, but the club is bumping.
Yeah, that's normal. There's like a sitting room area which has a kitchenette. The kitchenette is just covered in cutlery and crockery and everything else. We've got a really and we've got a brilliant system where we keep everything that we need close to hand on the counter and only clean it when we need it. And that way we're super efficient all the time. There's an oven in there somewhere.
Can I get a scent? What does the flat smell like?
Prestidigitation, roses.
Oh.
Vaguely
Enjoy it.
mildewy.
Prestidigitate,
Roses
prestidigitate,
and
prestidigitate. Roses.
Skuka's
You know
the
that
guy who
smell?
says, I spent an hour cleaning, and he's sitting on the couch and he just like prestidigitates every square foot of the room for an hour, sitting on the couch.
There is couches, yes, and 2 rooms at the back, you know. Pad.
Bubbles walks in and like mildly horrified.
Yeah, we have a big couch though. The couch is big.
Minotaur couch.
Yeah, takes up a third of the living space. Is the couch.
A giant love sack.
Oh yeah.
It is a big
Nice
couch.
place. Yeah, nice couch.
Oh, Seth, you've seen the couch before. This is the couch that was in our parents' basement.
Yes!
Love these brothers so much.
Seth is gonna have a big nostalgic moment, and he's gonna sit on the couch, and he's gonna pull out of his bag banana chocolate chip cookies, and open up the
Yeah.
container and start eating. And he's gonna offer some to everyone.
I'll be
I will-
right back. Just give me a few minutes, and Skuka's gonna go back towards his room.
I will have some cookies. I could eat again.
we could,
Bubbles would also take cookies because she can always eat
Alright.
sweets.
I kind of want to know what Skuka's doing. Let's follow Skuka.
Oh, all of the clothes in the room into a wardrobe, clothes.
Roll me a strength check.
I mean, he doesn't have that many clothes, but
Okay, then I mean, no, I want to see. I want to see. Or you can do strength or dex, because I want to see how fast you can do this.
So
It's almost like you've practiced this before.
I grab the duvet. I shake it out and prestidigitate. I touch the mattress, prestidigitate. Prestidigitate around the room. Prestidigitate some fresh air. There we go.
It's almost like this is routine. Yeah, you can do that. You do it pretty quickly too. You're very efficient about it.
Yep, I just come out a few minutes later. Just, tidying away a few things.
You'll
Seth,
hear. Oh, go ahead.
Seth, if you want, you can have the couch, or you can have my bed, and I'll take the couch. It's up to you. But the couch is bigger than my bed. I actually have like a normal sized bed, so I kind of my limbs hang off the bed. My legs just dangle off the end of it. My arms just hang off of it when I sleep.
I mean, I'm good with the couch, I sleep on the floor in my room. The
Of course.
The bed is too small.
Yeah.
Same goes for you, Bubbles. You can have the bed to yourself if you like, and I'll camp out somewhere out here. All good.
You can
Thank
cuddle
you.
up next to me.
Got to keep warm somehow.
I mean, I don't want to take your bed. I can sleep on the floor. It's fine. You guys have a couple pillows.
No, I seriously, I insist. It wouldn't be right.
Okay. I'm gonna go change into my pajamas. That's okay.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Your bedroom's back there?
Yes, the one I just came out of there, yes.
Okay. And she'll go in there and change into her pajamas.
I mean, it's clean, technically.
She's looking around.
Roll me a perception.
Ocular pat down. Any red flags?
Okay.
It was 11.
Okay, I'm using the dex check because it's the DC, so it looks pretty okay.
There's a side
Okay.
table in there with like a hi-fi on it that's never used because the club is literally making all the floor shake. And there's like papers and stuff in there that look like they might be college notes, but they're not really collated. They kind of look a bit like this, just random papers assorted together, which isn't a note-taking method based on Scratticus whatsoever.
Yeah, you can change. I'm gonna say, just in case. I mean, as much as I love languishing in the awkwardness of your relationship, is there anything you wanted to do before you went to bed? If you and with Bubbles and Scoop wanted to have a talk before they went to sleep, because they're gonna be in like the same room, or if the brothers wanted to have a talk, or if anyone wanted to have a talk before y'all went to sleep, now would be the time. If not, then y'all go to sleep.
I think when it came to bedtime, Skuka would go and check that Bubbles has everything she needs.
I'm good. Yeah, I have everything. And like she'll take Udon off of her horn finally and just kind of lay him on the bed. I think you're muted.
I just said God bless Udon, just very quietly.
And he'll seem probably very unhappy about his current location.
Oh, Udon is pissed.
He's so mad.
Angry noodle.
Clean, you angry noodle. Right, well, if you don't need anything, then I'll just be off to bed out here. The bathroom, by the way, I don't know if you'd seen it yet. It's just out here on the left.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Are you sure you don't want your bed?
I mean, I think it's a bit soon to share, don't you think?
No, I just mean I could hang. I mean, Seth has stayed in my room before, secretly. Don't tell Becca. Like, he sometimes stays over to study before tests. So, I mean, I could stay out there with him I don't want to take your room from you.
Oh no! Seriously. You take your. No, seriously, it wouldn't be right. You take the bed, and I'll gladly go and either cuddle up to Seth on the sofa there, or find myself a nice soft patch on the floor. I'm sure at one point we had a beanbag. I don't know what the hell happened to that thing, but maybe I'll find it.
Okay. That's fine.
All right, well, sweet dreams then.
Okay, good night.
Night.
And she'll take out like her journal and or her diary. It's a diary. Well, who the hell are we kidding? And just start like writing.
As you write in your diary, there's a brief kind of flash of gold across the top, and you see like a script. It just says, "Good on you for staying together. I'm keeping my eye out." And then the tiniest sketch of a crow.
Doesn't have to be so creepy. And I just keep writing my words.
Another little flash of gold. Oh, I know. This is just a little fun.
I'll after checking the fridge just to verify, I'll come out of the kitchenette and say to Seth, "Yeah, we should pick up food in the morning."
I figured as much. I have money enough for a few things, and I don't mind cooking.
So today was weird, eh?
Yeah. That was a lot. The tree thing and the patron thing and the skukka thing. I still don't understand that conversation.
Not sure I do either.
I keep trying to remember it, but the words kind of just jumble. Well, do you remember? Wait, what was he saying? I really didn't.
Skukka?
Yeah.
He was saying that he really likes Bubbles, but that he's not ready to grow old with her yet. I think that's what he said, paraphrasing.
I mean, it takes time to grow old.
It does take time to grow old, some more than others. I mean, he's a hobgoblin. I'm not sure what their lifespan is like, but
I mean, he doesn't.
maybe
have
he's
to
having a
grow-
midlife crisis.
He doesn't have to grow old like right now. Like that doesn't happen immediately for them, does it?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I've never asked him how hobgoblin physiology works.
I'll say, I know Scrat is hurriedly looking up right now the lifespan of a hobgoblin.
It's just like humans. It's just like humans. Thank God.
15 years.
30 heck.
I mean, I'd say at this moment, probably Scoopa probably leaves the bedroom, and goes back out. Say hi.
Seven's gonna give him a big smile. So you chose coming out with us.
Well, it wouldn't be right, would it? You know, the lady needs her privacy.
Of course.
Sometimes you gotta play the long game, you know? You can't just rush on in.
Yeah, but just not too long, right? You don't want to grow old or anything.
Not too fast, right? Not immediately, right?
Yeah, no,
Right?
no.
Like, that's not a concern, is it?
Look, there's a difference between playing a long game and settling down. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. Have a cookie.
Actually, I'd love a cookie. I missed some earlier. Actually, I'm gonna put the kettle on as well. Does anyone want a cup of tea?
Please. You have honey,
Sure.
right? Or sugar?
Yes. Because lies.
Scratticus says, like a liar.
Prestidigitation can be used to alter the flavor of things, right?
Wow! God. Such a good spell.
So I just like literally dip an old tea bag in this hot water until it looks the right color, and then prestidigitate it so it tastes like good tea sweetened with honey.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is the best I ever made.
To be fair, Seth probably wouldn't know the difference entirely. As long as it's sweet, he's probably okay.
Sasira might. He also just doesn't care.
Is there anything else you three would want to do before you go to sleep?
I do have one thing I'd like to do.
Okay.
I would like to peek in the one book I kept. Bubbles took most of the books, but I kept one of the books. I would like to peek in that book again.
That was the book with the Chaos Serpent, correct?
Yes.
Okay, if you wanna, are you doing a thorough read through, or are you just kind of skimming it before you go to sleep?
As thorough as I can until I pass out.
Okay, then
Light reading material before bed.
then roll me a straight investigation.
For the sake of inclusion, I will just shout out as I'm making tea. Bubbles, I'm making tea. Would you like some?
Yes, please.
Do you want it in there or out here?
Oh, come out there, and you hear like a book close. She leaves Udon on the bed, and she'll come out there.
Unpleasant, like unhappily.
You can come if you want. And she comes out, and you guys see her in the cutest pajamas. They're like the button-up ones with the collar, like full set. They are completely like white and pink, like gingham, like plaid, and they are so bright pink. They're cute, and they're flannel.
Absolutely.
So
on
warm.
brand.
Oh, it's so cute. Dang cute. So heck. Yeah.
Hecking cute.
Zelda, can you roll me Sakira's investigation?
Yes. Sorry, I totally forgot that I'm doing that. Nat 20? Not quite. 15.
15. On a 15, is there anything specific you're looking for, Sasira, in that book?
So Bubbles saw something move. So I'm focusing on the pages that scared her. I didn't see the thing move, but I know what pages scared her, I think. So.
I will say on a 15, you can look through the book. The book itself is pretty vague. It looks like the person who wrote it didn't entirely know what they were writing about. It looks like a lot of theory and a lot of guesswork about a cult known as the Scarlet Obelisk, and they probably worship what's referred to as the serpent, sometimes the Chaos Serpent. You're not entirely sure what exactly that refers to. You do see the page that moved. It is the image that moved. It is a red serpent in a circle, kind of chasing itself. And on a 15, as you're looking at it, there is a slight warmth to the page, and the thing, it almost shimmers a little bit. You can almost see the head of the serpent kind of like, it looks like it almost like lifts up off the page. It kind of looks around the room for a little bit and then goes back.
I look over at my brother to ask him if he saw that thing move.
No,
I see that. Oh, I look over to ask him that, but I don't actually ask him because I see he's quite distracted with either cookies or tea, what have you. And I'm like, nah. And I close the book.
Just gonna...
Bubbles
Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say Bubbles will just kind of go to the kitchen and look for a mug of tea.
I would have made one. Yeah.
Okay, she takes it.
It's the right color and it tastes good.
It's the right color and it tastes good. She believes in your ability to make tea.
Terrible.
Yeah, no, he's made me tea before. Maybe, I don't know. She'd walk over to Cicera and look down at the book. Did you find anything good?
Just stuff about a Scarlet Brotherhood or something like that. Scarlet something.
Obelisk. Yeah.
Yeah. Some really weird stuff about snake.
Yeah, it's like a church. Kind of.
Yeah.
Cult. I don't like to use the word cult.
You know what? Me neither.
It's definitely a cult.
I don't believe in cults. People used to say my dad was in a cult, and I was like, those are just rumors.
Your dad too?
Just because he built a maze underneath our house doesn't mean he's in a cult, right?
It's just a thing we do, isn't it?
That's just a thing Minotaurs do. I mean, then again.
Is that racist? Is that racist to say?
I mean, I'll just say for the benefit of y'all, no one really builds mazes under their house for like.
We build mazes as an anti-anxiety tool. You see, there's a Lego set on Seth's table in his house, and it has a little Lego maze.
Didn't you guys also come up with the solitaire game with the balls, where you have to jump the balls? Is that a different thing? You know, when you got all the balls, and you got to jump the ball to get the ball, and then jump the ball to get the ball, and you got to try and get. So there's only one ball left in the middle. Don't worry about it.
I don't think that was.
I don't think that was us. No. Then I didn't think it was weird that he built mazes under our house, but it was kind of weird that he told Seth and I not to explore the maze. Maybe he was in a cult. Seth, do you think our dad was in a cult?
What's a cult?
Exactly. See, he wasn't in a cult.
Were there like people that came over? Were there a lot of followers for the maze cult? No?
No, not really. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, sometimes Dad would go down into the maze. Sometimes, sometimes it sounded like he was talking to people down there. But I don't remember ever seeing anyone else go into the maze.
Maybe it was just a meeting place.
Maybe.
For the sake of clarity in this conversation, I'm assuming goes on for a while as you compare terrible and tragic pasts with fathers, because that's what friends do.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to do before you go to sleep? Anyone else? Anything else you want to do?
So is Skuka taking the floor or the couch? I think sharing with one of us either way.
I mean, I'm happy to just rest on the floor, to be honest with you. If you want the couch, it's a Minotaur couch. It would be silly to have a human on a Minotaur couch.
Looks around for the human.
Well, I can pass as human. Humanoid, little. I can pass as a human if no one looks at the color of my skin or the point of my ears or the sharpness of my teeth.
Or the magnets on your face.
Humans can have them too. Actually, that's a good point.
They... I'm not gonna do anything else before bed. I think.
Right. So, Kuka, are you cuddling? I guess it's the important question.
Well, I'll set up on the ground on the floor first of all, but I'll probably put my head sort of rested on the sofa, sort of near. Actually, not near Seth's shins. That's a terrible plan. Maybe somewhere near his stomach, because it'd be quite warm.
In the
It would be
night,
very
you get
warm.
kicked by a giant minotaur hoof.
Not be kicked by a giant minotaur hoof. Do not worry.
So as everyone goes to sleep, I'll say y'all sleep pretty well. I want to pan at Kuka for a little bit though, as you sleep. I guess I have a question for you. Were you the only one in your family to inherit wild magic?
No. No, I wasn't. So, my family, would you call it a cult? I'm not sure. They weren't the most civilized, you know. They were a mixture of hobgoblins who sort of took on some crazy dragonborn ideas about being sorcerer's origins when they were actually just wild magic people. And me pa was some sort of witch doctor. And me ma was a warrior. But, you know, they were very backwards in the way they fought. You know, like all hobgoblins have to be rogues or fighters. Unless you're born with the taint, in which case you're a witch doctor. And I just wanted to make music.
I'm not gonna make a born with the taint joke. I'm not. What? How many siblings did you have?
Let's see. I think it's.
Typical hobgoblin family includes.
I think I had 6 sisters and 13 brothers.
Nice. And out of them, were you the only one who was on the more like rebellious side? A little bit more on the chaotic, I just want to do music.
Yes, indeed I was. I did learn the fundaments of fighting and the fundaments of sneaking. But in my spare time, I sang in the shower.
And your fan, I'm gonna say, at least your brothers weren't exactly fond of it, but it's interesting that like the more you rebelled, it almost felt like that spark, that little fuzzy spark inside you kind of like grew stronger. The more you sang and the more you practiced, it almost that magic kind of hummed in tune to the chaos that you brought upon yourself and your family. And as you left home, it almost that hum sort of inside you kind of grows stronger. And I'll say as you sleep, especially since you use this twice today, you can almost see that little mote of spark of energy that you kind of feel and you reach into. And you kind of see it almost floating in front of you as you're sleeping in your dreams. Just kind of sitting there crackling. Sometimes red light is kind of.
Right. Well, as it's crackling and that, I'm gonna send myself to sleep a way I used to when I was first discovering magic. I'm gonna shocking grasp. Go on.
In your dream, so you
Oh.
are already.
All right then, fair enough. I'll just observe the energy, see where it goes.
Kind of sputters a little, kind of streaks out. You can see it almost coming to you. Again, like getting closer and closer, and you can see like the red sparks almost arching towards you, like claws, like trying to get at you.
Claws, get it. How big is it?
It looks like it's growing bigger.
But how big is it right now?
I'd say it's about 3 feet wide, and it's getting bigger.
3 feet wide, 3 feet wide, 3 feet wide. Oh, does it look like it might be 1 to 5 pounds of weight?
Roll me a perception check. It looks like it would be weightless, but it also doesn't look like it doesn't look like you could move it. It's sort of just sparking and reaching out at you. And with the nat 20, you can actually see some of as the sparks kind of fly, there's this mote of light in the center of this completely like dark space. And as it sort of flickers out, you can see some of the sparks kind of fly off and land on something in the darkness.
What do they land on?
It's curling and roiling and spinning, and it's sort of these little dots of red light sort of trickle on this thick snake serpent-like figure just circling the room.
I pull one of the magnets off my face. I throw it into the air.
Uh-huh.
And I cast catapult at the thing.
Okay.
As I fire my magnet at it.
Fine. What is this? Yeah, we're gonna do this. Dexterity save?
Yes, indeed it is.
It's not
Oh,
super
it dodges it.
It dodges it really quick.
Oh, heck.
And you see this thing curl around and look at you. Its arcing head.
Does it look like udon?
It almost does, but not quite. It's got more of a frill. Udon doesn't have like the frill to the back, but it's got a big hood, and it's completely red. And when it opens its eyes, it's that double pupil sort of thing where like one opens and then it opens vertically, and then these two big eyes kind of look at you.
Right. I don't like this. Perhaps I'm dreaming. I shock and grasp myself.
It doesn't work.
Heck.
It's almost as if you try to shock and grasp yourself, and the magic itself gets pulled out from you and into the center, and this serpent just sort of looks at you.
Right, okay, what would a fire serpent eat? What would a fire serpent eat? I'm going to, look around for a ice mouse.
A what now?
I'm assuming that a fire serpent would eat an ice mouse.
I mean, you can make me a perception check.
It's pure panic is what I'm representing in the dream right now, as I start to reach for the irrational.
There's... Oh,
Don't fail me now, nat 20s, don't fail me now!
And this thing kind of leans in, and this thing is about, say, 6 feet, like the body itself. It's 6 feet in diameter, as it just sort of curls around you, and this head sort of rears up, and then like gets really close to your face. It's you.
Well, this is a fine how do you do.
You're the missing piece.
And the mist beast thing? What?
You're the missing piece.
I can't make out what you're saying, Mac.
Sorry, hold on. I'll see if I can get the mic super close. You're the missing piece.
Missing
Yes.
piece, thank you.
Chat says that. Sorry.
I thought you were saying I'm the Mist King Beast. I was like, I am the Mist King Beast, you're right.
Sorry. I can't enunciate in the snake voice.
That's okay. I figured it was probably important. The missing piece of what? Are you telling me that one of the missing shards is gonna be walking along with us the whole time, so one of the missing shards will be the friends we made along the way? Is this one of them dreams? Is that what's happening right now?
Yours. No panic.
I may not, or may not be panicked. That's entirely irrelevant.
It's funny. You're the piece I need.
Oh, right. In that case, you'll actually probably want to find one of my brothers. They're all over that way. Over there. Behind you.
Roll me deception at like hecking disadvantage.
Come on!
Just kind of looks at you. Oh, the others. They're gonna be so pleased.
Hang on. What about the others?
What about them?
I asked first.
You can see the coils starting to get a little tighter around you. I don't think you're in a position to ask questions.
Well, you might be wrong, because I'll have you know, I'm terrifying. Because of things. I don't suppose you could do me a favor.
What would you ask?
Just let go of my right arm a little bit so I can reach the copper in my pocket. I want to send a message cantrip.
Roll me. Hold on. Let me actually pop this in the chat. You don't take the damage. But you are grappled. I'm assuming a 24 hits.
It would be a safe assumption.
Okay. If you want to try and get out, it's a DC 16.
I'm gonna try and wriggle. Wait,
Wriggle away, my friend.
That's goblins, damn it, not hobgoblins. Damn it, and I'm alone as well. Curses. I'm a creature that needs a clan. Oh.
You are somehow able to get out and grab your copper wire. You almost like pull yourself out and you slide down the snake's side. It almost feels slimy and it like coats your skin and it crawls. You can feel it almost like tingle and crawl up your neck.
I message Bubbles in a panic. Bubbles! Giant fire snake, not noodle! Udon!
It doesn't have a limit. Message doesn't have a message limit.
Doesn't it?
No, it's just time. You only have 6 seconds.
Oh! Bubbles, giant fire snake's gonna get me and it's not noodle! It's gonna get me! I'm trying to get out of my name there, but I can't hurt it and it's got me!
Bubbles, I'm assuming you're having a rather pleasant dream at some point. And then all of a sudden, your vision, whatever's going on in your dream, it like fizzles out and you get this sudden view of this completely dark space, and in the distance there's this roiling red serpent, and you hear Skooka at you.
Okay, so I'm like there in my dream?
You see it for a moment, and then you're back, and you just kind of hear Skooka kind of ruffle that out. Whether or not you wake up is up to you.
Okay, I'd wake up.
Okay, as you wake up, make me a perception check.
Oh, that's unsettling. 11.
On an 11, I will actually say everyone else, other two of you, make me perception checks as well. Both of you, yeah. So basically, Zelda, roll some things.
Yeah.
Which one is which?
The worst one is mine.
Okay.
I rolled terrible for myself. It's fine.
Okay. I mean, even on a 10, it's pretty hard to notice. It's when you wake up, Bubbles. The ground seems to be shaking, but the club downstairs is quiet. Sasira, you wake up because the ground is shaking and you're almost half prepared to just sort of yell at the club downstairs, but it's past its closing time. The ground shouldn't be shaking. And you actually all kind of see as like I don't know, can you say floorboards? Would you have hardwood floors?
Probably MDF, probably.
MDF.
Usually
What
above
is
a
that?
club, they don't, it's like fake wood.
Okay.
Manufactured, dense something. I don't know.
We've spilled
MDF.
plenty of drinks on it, so it's bent and buckled and all sorts.
And you can see kind of rising out of the cracks of this bent and buckled floor, sort of red mist start to rise up. And it starts coalescing.
That's not good.
These serpentine shapes, and they at all of you, and that is where we're ending Apotheosis for tonight.
Wow.
Oi, oi.
Well,
Let's get this creepy music off.
Heck.
Heck.
Birdie.
Heck.
heck indeed. Thank you, Mackenzie, I think.
Yeah.
No, this
So
is
great.
awesome. This was so good. I'm in it.
I have to go see my boyfriend. Says
Oh, it's gonna be interesting to have the next episode. I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
See, up
I want
until
to pop my divine sense as soon as the session starts.
up until Sasira woke up and saw snake things, I was just assuming that Skooka was dreaming and he was feeling constricted, but that was just because Seth was cuddling him. Like, yeah, that was.
You know, more likely than you think.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, so the Academy Monitor has just reminded us about the poll for which playlist will release in the Discord chat after this show. So you have a last chance now. I'll close it after I've done the closing links. So you have a last chance to vote now.
One for each of the players.
The current leader is Sasira.
Ooh.
If you want to vote in chat, you have to do !vote and then the number. If you just type the number, it doesn't count.
Yep. You have to put.
People go in for bubbles, but you're just putting zeros. So
Sasira might act tough, but he's a big softie, as you'll discover if you hear his playlist.
Okay. We have credits to outro with, so you'll see all of these wonderful people's information around there. Also, please check out the closing links which are coming up in chat now, which include all of the places you can find us. If you check out the Streamlabs merch, you will find an Apotheosis t-shirt, which was just made yesterday.
not there yet. I just checked the site. It's not
It's
up there
not.
yet.
It's not up there yet.
Not up yet.
I did look because I was
Yeah.
like,
Because like all of us want to get it. Anyways, check out our Discord. I make jokes and then people put them on shirts, and I'm not allowed to open my big mouth ever again. But I honestly really like it. I'm totally gonna buy it. It's a super cute design. And you know, if you like it, then if you really like it, then maybe we can make more. I don't know how that works. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Check out all the closing links. You should also check out our sponsors, Bird and the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press, who, without them, this wouldn't be possible. Totally might be featuring some Mage Hand Press stuff from the show later. Just keep it on the download, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Anyways, yeah, check out our merch. Check out our Twitter. Check out all the discount codes in the chat. We're probably gonna go on a raid. I don't know who we're gonna raid, but it's gonna be super exciting. If anyone has a raid cry in chat, pick it now.
If we don't have a raid cry yet, I can ping the raid cry thing, and we can use our standard Let's Evoke Emotions, which will do just perfectly. And please do come with us on the raid. We're gonna go and fill someone's chat with love, and it'd be great to have you all along for the ride. In fact,
I'm not a relationship counselor. Should totally be a raid cry.
I'm not a relationship counselor. We could totally go with that. I could totally go with that.
is there also something from the Tiny Penny conversation?
We're
I
not.
swear in an hour it'll get bigger.
I swear in an hour it will get bigger. We have a winner.
I I swear in an hour it'll get bigger. I swear.
Fantastic. There you go. There's our raid cry, everyone. I swear in an hour it'll get bigger. So please do join us for the raid cry and spam it in their chat. We're going to go and say hello, I think, to Dice Priory, if it's working.
Oh, they'll appreciate this. They will appreciate this raid cry.
Yeah, I've got that thing though where like Twitch, I don't want to like start the raid until I actually see that they are live. There we go. Usually because like I've done it before where I'm like, hey, let's go and raid this person because Twitch says they're live, and then guess what, they ain't. So let's run the credits. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll be back at the same time next week for more Apotheosis. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST with some Redwall. And now, for those of you who are up this late and maybe up later because maybe you're in Australia, we are now running reruns to Australian time, so you can catch some premiere episodes tonight. So enjoy. Until next time, everyone, keep on evoking emotions, and we'll see you later on. Bye!
Bye.